A warm greeting. Today is Wednesday, October 9th, 2024. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. At the time of recording this video, it is 5 a.m. local time in Florida, where it is anticipated that today and tomorrow, Thursday, will be historic days, as the state will be impacted by one of the strongest hurricanes in its history. This is especially true for areas in western Florida, between Sarasota and Tampa Bay, where they have never experienced the impact of a hurricane of this category in their history. Unfortunately, we wake up today with the bad news that Hurricane Milton remains a powerful Category 5 hurricane, with maximum sustained winds of 160 miles per hour, which means it did not weaken overnight. It is now projected to make landfall between Sarasota and Tampa as a powerful Category 4 hurricane, with maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. Currently, a hurricane reconnaissance plane is investigating the system and has found that the barometric pressure has dropped, which indicates that the hurricane is not weakening as previously forecast. However, it is still expected to gradually weaken as it approaches the coast. Unfortunately, there are less than 24 hours left until it reaches Florida, and the 5 a.m. bulletin now confirms that it will make landfall as a Category 4 hurricane. Additionally, the forecast track has been adjusted slightly northward, closer to Tampa Bay, and it will then maintain a track affecting highly populated areas, including cities like Orlando, Kissimmee, and Lakeland. In the infrared satellite image, you can see that the hurricane's structure continues to have a very symmetrical and small eye, characteristic of Category 5 hurricanes. The adjustment in the forecast track and increased intensity is due to global models now projecting that the center of circulation will make landfall just north of Sarasota and over parts of southern Tampa Bay. For example, the American model projects that the center of circulation will make landfall around 2 a.m. on Thursday, which is in about 20 hours. We also have the European model's projection, which now shows a Category 4 hurricane moving over the southern Tampa Bay area, as well as projections from other models, like the German model, which shows the risk of winds reaching up to 145 miles per hour. The UK model also projects wind gusts of over 140 miles per hour affecting areas from Sarasota to Tampa Bay. We're talking about a potentially catastrophic hurricane for Central Florida, and later, I'll show you the risks of tornadoes, extreme winds, and flooding caused by storm surge and heavy rain. Let's look at the latest forecast track from the National Hurricane Center. Notice that the track has been adjusted slightly further north. It is now expected to make landfall just north of Sarasota, with maximum sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. The eye should make landfall during the early hours of Thursday, and then, during the day, it will maintain a track over land, passing just south of Lakeland and Orlando, where Category 3 and 2 winds are expected. This is a very difficult situation that we are seeing today, and it's important that all residents in this area find a safe place to shelter from this powerful hurricane, as the first rain bands will start arriving this morning. Weather conditions will deteriorate rapidly over the next 24 hours, with the worst impact starting this afternoon and evening, and extending throughout Thursday. Here is the projected Doppler radar image. You can see that the northern part of the circulation will have the heaviest rain. I'll soon show you the maximum expected rainfall totals over the next 48 hours. Now, let's look at the wind gust projections. You can see in pink the winds exceeding 130 miles per hour, which will affect areas from Sarasota to the cities bordering Tampa Bay. Then, the center of circulation will move toward Central Florida, leaving winds between 60 and 80 miles per hour over areas like Lakeland and Orlando, in red and orange colors. These areas will experience tropical storm force winds, ranging from 40 to 70 miles per hour. In the next image, you'll see the maximum rainfall totals expected over the next 48 hours. Projections show that between 4 to 12 inches of rain could fall, from Tampa to Orlando and as far north as Palm Coast, leading to significant inland flooding. So, check if you are in a flood-prone area and relocate to a safe place immediately. Besides the rain, we are very concerned about the storm surge that will affect areas from Sarasota to Tampa Bay, where the highest storm surge levels in history may be recorded. It is estimated that sea levels could rise between 10 to 15 feet above normal. In areas shown in pink on this map, water levels could reach up to the second floor of buildings, and this storm surge could completely destroy structures. Further south, between Charlotte and Fort Myers, a storm surge between 6 to 10 feet could also pose a severe risk to coastal structures and life. I emphasize that if you live along the coast and are in a mandatory evacuation zone, please move inland immediately, as this storm surge will be extremely dangerous. Historically, we've seen that it can be deadly and catastrophic for coastal areas. Due to Hurricane Milton, widespread power outages are expected across Central Florida, so it's important to prepare for days or weeks without electricity. In areas as far north as Jacksonville, Gainesville, Port St. Lucie, and Fort Myers, Some regional power outages could also occur. If we analyze all the expected impacts from Hurricane Milton, you can see that we are anticipating catastrophic damage in Sarasota and Tampa Bay, and extreme damage along much of the coast from Cape Coral to northern Tampa. That's why we're calling this a historic event and potentially an unprecedented catastrophe for the region. In central Florida, between Lakeland, Orlando, and Kissimmee, significant damage is also expected. Once again, I stress that you should stay in a safe place for the next 48 hours. That's all for this forecast update. I'll record a new video at 11 a.m. to update the forecast from the National Hurricane Center. Here at Hurricane Info, we are closely monitoring the situation, and we'll be with you throughout the day and night so you don't miss any of the videos we'll be recording. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click the bell to receive notifications when I upload new videos. Well, I'll say goodbye for now. The next video will be recorded around noon to update the forecast. See you later.